We're doing an auction, a live auction, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you're not bidding on anything, it's so worth it to watch the amazing pipes of Joe Bodnar. Give it up for Joe.
Hey, Joe Bodnar here of Bodnars Bid and Banter. Thanks for joining us on the show today. My lovely wife next to me,
Maureen.
And we got the wonderful guest today,
Erica.
Yes.
Tracy.
There you go. I fucking do it. All right. Hello, everybody. How's everybody today? Wonderful.
Tired.
Yeah, no, last night, New Jersey Devils, I don't know. The Rangers suck. The Flyers swallow. Do I got that right? And the Devils played like fucking Charlie Brown yesterday.
I don't know. Terrible.
Oh my God. I thought I was watching Charlie Brown out there.
It was hard.
We used to had Charlie Brown, the coach, for many years, you know?
Yeah.
And we always called him, right? Who was that
Charlie
coach?
Brown.
Do you remember his name? The bald-headed guy from like 5 years ago. Anyway, we always called him Charlie Brown because he just sat there and looked, and he always just was like, But they were looking so good this year, and then I don't know.
They still are. We had our B squad. It was one of those nights. It's unfortunate.
Squad.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
I couldn't even get happy. It was exciting. The last 3 minutes was the most exciting part of the game.
Yeah, they took the stupid goal back, and I'm like, oh, great.
Goal back. Hey, I got to yell, "You suck," though, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, exactly.
No, they were skating the whole time. Like they didn't know what team they were playing for or what side of the rink they were supposed to be on.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
It was really bad. Like,
you ever been to a hockey game?
I have not. No.
No hockey.
No hockey.
Man, have you ever watched it on TV? I think you would like it. You know, they fight and duke it out, and it's just, it's a tremendous thing.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I think the experience of being in a stadium with people.
Well, I agree.
That's a little different.
yeah, but it's I've been a Devils fan since I was 8 years old.
Right.
Back at the Brendan Byrne Arena, you know,
which I was evicted for life.
Yes.
Well, we can go back into that in a second. But go ahead.
And I mean, I grew up, I was a little kid, and the vulgar words that were being shouted by these people. I mean, I
let a couple of those out at the end last night.
You did.
I was so good.
You did.
Those little kids left.
You waited till
those
the
little
kids left.
and
All
I'm
the
like,
kids left.
Shit, I had a little kid next to me. I couldn't say a word, especially with my mouth.
One time.
It's very funny.
I mean, as a kid, it was like I went to one Rangers game as a kid because my stepfather wouldn't take me to the Rangers games because there were so many fights. It was unbelievable.
Right.
And now they have a whole intro when you sit down of if you curse or yell vulgar things or do all, they actually give you a number to text to rat out the people next to you.
Yeah, you can rat out your neighbor.
Can you believe this?
That's crazy.
What
yelling.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I better text. Oh, shit. Mr. Bodnar said, what the fuck? That's crazy, right?
Crazy.
Insane.
Look,
the rat line.
I get it. Kids are there, but
It's hockey.
It's hockey.
It's
What do you
hockey.
knock your teeth out?
Dumb
like
everything
this is what
down
we,
for the youth of America. This is what you're getting into.
Take your daughter. Oh God! Listen, we took our kids probably 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
Chicoresh night.
So we're going back 7 years ago. Maddie would have been 6. That sound about right? 7.
Probably
Maybe
5.
he was too young. He was probably about 5 because he doesn't even remember about going to the Devils game.
No.
But we went, and my son went. My oldest at the time was probably 12. Yeah,
12 or 13.
Right. 12 or 13, and we weave and all
For
around
those
us.
of you who don't know out there, he is autistic.
Yes, this is true. And he there was cursing going on everywhere. People next to him, fuck you guys, F that. My kids are just like, oh my God.
That kid had restraint the entire game.
Well,
he didn't say a word.
He didn't say a word.
We left that stadium. We're walking back to the car, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah, he was like that.
And after about the fourth one, I was like, that's enough out of you.
Yeah.
You're good.
But that's what we got for bringing our kids to a
Yep. Oh, the woman behind us, man, was MF and this and you and this and that. And oh my God.
So,
I didn't want to be one of those parents and turn around.
Yeah, like I went like when I go up to Green Bay to watch Packer games.
Right.
The people there are so friendly. So the ref made a really bad call at the last game I was at, and everybody around me are like, "Boo, ref! I disagree with your call. Boo! No, ref! We disagree." And I'm like, "F you, ref!"
Exactly.
You know, I'm bringing the class right to Green Bay.
I leaned over to Erica at one point last night, and I said, "Now, see, if this was when I was a kid, we'd be shouting, 'Ref, get off your knees! You're blowing the game.'"
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
like that's the kind of thing.
Yep.
That's
we were
hockey.
cracking up. I was dying.
That's hockey.
Hockey.
This whole keep it PG-13 thing. Give me a break. Who came up with that rule? Fire them.
The Devils or any of this stuff, money grab. My God, the amount of money. I've got
$88 for two
chicken
beers.
fingers.
Wait, how many fingers?
$88. Two beers, chicken fingers with fries, and a pork roll with fries.
Crazy.
A pork roll. That's not even like real pork. Like a pork roll.
We got I got 2 bottles of water. I just checked online because I didn't even know how much it was. It was $12. $6. $6 a piece for water. Come think of so that's like 80. What is that, like $42 a gallon for water? Hey, those waters out there. They're $6. I'll get $5.99. I'll give you a cheap deal on it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking unbelievable. I mean, listen, I get it. They got to make money, but I mean, the sponsors. So riding into Zamboni is probably $1,000.
They had a fake Zamboni. They just loaded people onto it.
Exactly.
You know, it's $1,000 a pop
but
to
you know
do
what?
that.
It is
Why?
a show.
It's so awkward. You're just sitting there on the ice while the Zamboni goes around. Like one time around is a novelty. You got to sit there while they clean the whole ice. It's awkward.
Oh my God. I just wish that we get a chance to win T-shirts too.
Yes.
Like that wasn't fair.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
They never
fair.
came over to us. I wanted a damn T-shirt. They just hung out by the peasants.
They didn't even really shoot any out. I mean, they just shot a few out. That was we had good seats last night. Well, we had really good seats, but the peasants did get T-shirts.
They did.
And hot dogs. They were throwing hot dogs. The hot dogs probably $20. Probably more money than the T-shirt.
Come over here, guys.
However, when I was a kid, now I've been going to hockey games since I was 8. One time since I was 8 years old have I caught a T-shirt, and I felt like Ralphie in the Christmas Story because I opened it up and it was some advertising T-shirt for some company, and I was like, a crummy commercial?
I know. It is. That's like they're the most bootleg shirts, and they're all like size extra large. Like even if I did get a T-shirt, like what am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do with it?
I can tell you that. No extra. I need a 4X. What the fuck?
They're all like extra large. There you go.
They're just advertising T-shirt. It's just such a money grab that I would rather
it is a money
sit
grab.
on my couch and watch the damn game.
It's a money grab. But listen, when you go, it really it's like the auction. It's a production, and it turns on. They got these light show going on, and like it's
see,
counting
even that
down.
I was mad.
But it's counting down 3, 2 minutes, 1 minute. At 1 minute, the referees come in and they fucking roll figure eights, and they're looking, and then the Devils come in and and it's like boom, 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 and it's like Wah! It's fucking great. I mean, it's very exciting, and we sat there. Most of the time we're late. We got there early this time, which I was happy because I'm an early kind of guy. I mean, that's how I like to be. I like to be early. Early. At any rate, that was just a dig at my producer. At any rate, we like to be early.
You're cool. You're cool. I'm out.
You have to keep in mind, I was given this story right before we started production here. I was looking out the window for my producer. I was looking there, and I was like, where is he? Where is he? I was like a dog, and I was like... And he wasn't there. And then it was like, and I know I get it. I know you had Jersey traffic. I get it. However, but I was looking, and my tail was wagging, and I left, and I came back, and I went, oh my God, I really miss it. And then he finally showed up, and here we are. Man, where was I going with this?
You do know.
Oh, we got there early.
You do know next time he's going to be so early.
Well, that's
he's
fine.
He's going to catch you off guard.
Okay.
1 o'clock.
He's going to be like, where are you, Joe? Where are you?
That's okay. So we get there 20 minutes early. So we were watching for the 20 minutes, and it was all this music, this, that, boom, 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 and we went on for it was like a half-hour fucking concert. And they start the game, and then the lights turn on white, and it was like dead silence, right? It was like so
the Devils
weird. And then
game.
we're watching the game, and it was like really quiet, and we didn't score shit until the third
It
period.
was terrible. However,
was awful.
I like to just interject.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Early Bird. I'm pretty sure you were late to work
Yes, I
yesterday.
was. No, that wasn't yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was a delayed opening.
We thought we were
It was a
having a
I'm
delayed
the only
opening.
one that did not get the memo. I'm all alone. Like,
Wow.
what is happening?
Well, we had
Nope.
ice in the morning. So listen, this one.
and I drive an hour?
Yeah. I'm glad you even showed up. You never show up. You see a little bit of ice. You're like fucking 2 weeks ago, it started snowing just a little bit, like a squall. And you're
Oh,
like,
she's like,
I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Oh my God. The world is ending. The world is ending. And you were early yesterday in the ice. So, I mean, I don't know what to say.
you blew out
just-
Christian.
I might have
You
blew out
just
his ear,
dropped-
but that's
Christian.
okay.
Good job.
At any rate, yes. I know all I have to do is roll out of bed and go to the back.
Oh my God.
I saw you pull. I was having my coffee and I saw you pull in and I text you and said, I'll be right there. Don't worry. And I got ready. I showered. I shaved. I pooped and I got my cup of coffee and I made breakfast all in 10 minutes. So I was there.
20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. It was 18 minutes. It was like the countdown for the period. I don't know. But yes, the Devils game was a lot of fun
It
yesterday.
sure was.
It was fun, but it was hard to get moving today.
It was, well, this one
Whatever.
doesn't get home till like
you
2 in
guys
the
are in
morning.
bed at like 11.
11:15.
I didn't even get home
not.
till 1:17 a.m. and I have a picture to prove it.
Yeah, well, you got on the wrong train. You lost your phone. Your
It's not
boyfriend
my
has
fault. Your
ADHD, and you
boyfriend
guys
has
ended up in Atlantic
ADD.
City. You put a fucking quarter in the slot and came home and lost. I don't know.
It's not our fault that he disappears and you have to go searching for him.
Oh, that's true
repeatedly.
too. Yeah, we coming out. Oh, that was great. I love your
We all
boyfriend.
go to our
First, he
seats,
starts
sit
with
down.
The best was the bet first.
The $5 or $20.
Yeah,
Bootleg hat.
There's this guy outside. So
Selling
hats,
hats.
$10, and he goes $5. Oh no, and he like going to walk away, and he got real pissed off. He keeps back. I'll tell you what, we'll flip a coin.
5 or 20.
It's 5 or 20. If you heads are 5 and 20, and he lost it. He paid $20 for that.
$20 for my bootleg hat.
That's how it started. And then he had ADHD going. We get in our seat.
get in
and we're like,
there,
where'd he go? Where'd he go? And he's
he's
all the way
down
down
on
on
the
the ice.
On the ice,
Well, not on the
literally.
ice,
Like
but
on the glass.
yeah. But we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Then he lost his phone.
Then he
That was
lost
a
his
disaster.
phone.
Then we got on the wrong train. That was another disaster. Then they wouldn't let us off the train. That was the third disaster.
Well, at least you made it home.
I did make it
and
home.
then you made it to work
I
today.
did make it to work on time.
And you were late because I passed
On
you.
Time.
You were not on time because I
On
passed you on the road. And
traffic.
I left. Traffic. Boy,
Right, Christian?
man, I'll tell you. Traffic in New Jersey.
Don't bring me into your den of lies.
I hit no traffic
I hit
last night
traffic.
or today, actually. Oh, on that note, what a week, huh?
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
been a
I
long
had to ice
two
my damn
weeks.
hands this week.
You had to ice your hands?
Ice my hands 2 nights in a row.
Wow.
Ice my hands.
Wow. Oh,
All
my
the
God.
type-
Typing.
Yeah.
All the time.
Catalog.
Well, we had, the upcoming sale next week is the Pop sale and the historical sale. We could talk about the Pop sale first because the Pops was probably about 1,000 Pops there, maybe, that we put in this first auction. I think 1,000.
407 lots.
How many lots?
407 with multiple pops in
Yes.
each lot that I typed out individually and looked them up individually. And I did that in about 2 days. Ow.
It was a lot of typing, only because you got to type in the proper names of everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
exactly.
It was a lot.
I'll tell you though, the Pops though, aren't they fun?
They are fun.
They are
I like the
fun.
fuzzy ones, the flocked.
The flocked. There's a lot of flocked.
Flock.
They're
Flock you.
Flock you. Yeah, they're fuzzy. They're the ones that I
What,
like
they
the
come
most.
with a whip and they like flock you? Is that
Not
what you're talking about?
flogged.
Oh,
Not flogging.
Oh.
That's a whole nother story. Ooh, can we tell that one today?
I don't
In
know
our
about
behind
telling
the
that.
auction story?
Flogging
So
story.
we got a flogging story
find
and
a
why I got
flogger?
kicked out of the
Sure did.
kicked
Oh my
out of the
God.
Meadowlands
Oh,
for
he's
life.
leaving.
We have a guest star. Yes, sorry, Christian. It's worse than Katie
We could
just
flog
today.
her. I mean,
No flogging the kitties.
Nope.
but at any rate, the
producer
what were we
has
talking Oh, the pops. So the pop, what are they? Flocked?
Flocked.
As in like
They're
multicolored.
fuzzy.
They're fuzzy, as
They're
opposed to being a
fuzzy.
not a hard plastic, but
Yeah, like a
they
vinyl.
have a coating on.
Yeah, they're vinyl.
Right,
But
right.
They're
these,
covered
these have fuzz.
to make him like look like fur or
Yeah, like okay,
whatever.
like Tigger is flocked.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
flocked.
yeah, there's like Ghost
back.
from
Oh,
Game
welcome
of
back,
Thrones
producer.
is flocked. Like they're
You.
fuzzy, they're cute.
Right. No, so I there's so many different favorite. I could see why these were very popular, and they're still popular. I mean, they are mass produced, and there's tons and tons of them out there. But man,
these ones they're not all your average.
no, they're not all the
they're
average.
really
No.
cool.
run of the mill.
No, we have earlier ones and a lot of 2016 exclusives from New York Comic Con.
Right.
A lot of 2017s, a lot of 2018. That's pretty much the years I lived in during this
Yeah.
sale. That's pretty much the era. So it was like earlier, not we have the original Avengers, not the repops and the repop
Right.
after that and the repop after that and the 19th repop. Like
Literally
we have
a repop.
yeah, but we have like the real ones with the big wording and like the
Yep.
authentic original.
Big wording. Huh, so they made ones with big wording and little wording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the box,
Really?
if it has smaller wording, they look
lettering,
exactly
yeah.
the same. They're the same number, same everything,
Right.
but they're later because the lettering's
The
smaller.
font is smaller.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But there's variations too.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
so
there's
many
variations.
variations.
Oh my god.
So they made
So many
so they made
variations.
crazy lettering. They made variations. What else did they make? Did they make?
They made limiteds now, but I made my nephews them as pops.
Right.
So now on like Funko Shop, like I created a pop of Matt who loves soccer. I mean, he's 9 years old. He loves soccer. So he's wearing little shorts and he has a soccer ball in his hand. I gave him like this cute little hair that looks just like him, some shades,
I didn't
and
mind
I named him Matthew on
They
the
don't
pop.
do auctioneer
Then
pops.
Joe.
He can have a
No,
little
I can make you a pop.
Yeah, I
Like,
want to.
Ava wants a pop
They
for
do
her
have an auctioneer.
birthday.
I don't know
pop.
if they have an auctioneer pop, but
It's
you
the
can
poopy.
definitely have a pop.
It's the poopy doopy pop or something. It's called the poopy auctioneer.
What?
It's
You
from.
know it really exists.
I have it. It's
Yeah,
you
Janet
never
got
saw
it
it. It's
for him.
behind me when I'm auctioneering. It's called. Janet gave it to
Yeah,
me.
Janet
It's
gave it
it's
to
a
him. The poopy
it's a
auctioneer,
character.
Mr. Poopy auctioneer. or
Yeah,
something.
it's a character from some TV show.
No
like
idea. No, we're talking about create your own
Yeah,
pops.
you
Well,
can
I know you can create your own pop.
create
Well,
your own.
I want my
Like,
own pop.
We can make it look like you. We
Create
could give
your
you
own
glasses,
auction.
Happy
spiky
birthday.
white hair.
There you
we
go.
could just put on your shorts and shoes that you wear.
Comes with big gavel.
I don't know if they have a gavel. We'll have to write them a letter.
Well, we want a gavel with it. He's got to be holding a gavel and
It's
a big
fun now.
gavel.
It's fun.
It's got to be a big gavel.
Yeah, they try to do things to like entice you.
Customize.
Right.
Yeah, customize,
Yeah.
make it more personal.
What I have Ghostbuster ones.
There
the
were
Ghostbuster ones look a lot of fun. You know what's funny?
Scooby-Doo.
There's Stranger Things, but they had the Stranger Things one dressed as the Ghostbusters, right?
Yes.
So when I was walking by the other day and they were in line to be photographed, I looked and I was like, who the hell are these fucking characters? I don't remember them from Ghostbusters. I don't understand. And I went, oh, it's Stranger Things. I
Yep.
get it. It was Stranger Thing Ghostbusters.
Yep.
But they were cool. And then we have some, I think Kermit the Frog was in there. There's no Kermits
No
or
Kermits.
Muppets.
No,
Not Muppets. No, there
I want
weren't any
Muppets.
Muppets.
I like the Muppets.
No,
the
there
Muppets
was. It
are
was
great.
heavy on Disney. There was Game of Thrones.
very-
There was
A lot of Game of
Strawberry
Harry
Shortcake,
Potter, Strawberry
Smurfs.
Shortcake,
The Smurfs were in there too.
Yeah, then a lot of Marvel,
TV
DC, a lot
Lot
of
of
Lost is
Marvel.
in there.
Lost.
Twin Peaks, which are harder to find.
Yeah.
Twin
like,
Peaks?
Yeah.
As in the TV show?
Right,
Disney?
exactly.
The fuck? Really?
Yeah.
And they make everything.
They do everything.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep.
We
I'm going to
have.
bid on those.
Yeah, you
Wow.
like
I
those.
love that.
Yeah, you like Buffy the Vampire
Yeah,
Slayer? I never saw that show. Is it
Really?
good? Yeah, no, I never got into Buffy. Jeff loves Buffy. the
Does he
Vampire-
really?
Yes.
Ay, ay, ay.
Probably for multiple different reasons than we should know.
Reasons are different.
But he is a Buffy. He was
I love the movie.
the movie.
The movie? Yes.
I
It is
know.
great.
love the movie.
Right? I've never seen it either.
Exactly.
It's the best.
Isn't it like a comedy?
It's like, yes,
kind
it's
of
funny.
Right? I know we sold a lot of Buffy the Vampire stuff this past
Yeah.
year with the other toy collection, but I've never seen Buffy. I've never seen Buffy the
Yeah,
Vampire.
it's good.
No.
Buffy and then the spinoff.
You saw Buffy?
Angel.
Really?
Of course.
Angel.
Yeah. Angel.
Who's
The
Angel?
spinoff.
The spinoff.
The spinoff show.
I don't know. I'm into like my Garfield, Heathcliff, and Saturday morning cartoons versus this
Snoopy.
Friday night bullshit from teenage tween thing. I don't know.
We need to find
Right?
the Golden Girls.
What? That's what
have
you guys are a little bit younger, so you probably watched this on Friday night.
No.
No?
No.
I don't know. I don't remember what night it was on, but it was,
Yeah.
no, not
I
Friday.
don't know.
TGIF.
TGIF.
Yes.
was on Friday.
What's your
night.
favorite TGIF?
I mean,
Because I know what mine is.
Family-
Hands
Family
down.
Matters.
Hands down. I know. What is it?
TGIF.
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Probably Full House.
Potatoes.
I'm gonna ask the man behind the
go
camera. What is it?
Full House.
Full House.
Full House? Family Matters.
Wait,
She
but
said
wasn't
it. Mine.
Really?
was it Perfect Strangers? Was that on
Perfect
there too?
Strangers was on there.
Perfect Shape
Nope.
Belky.
Mine was the dinosaurs.
Oh, not your mama, not your mama.
I remember the dinosaurs.
Uh-oh.
He's lost. He's totally like.
I'm like loaded.
I forgot about that
Dinosaur.
one.
I remember
One
that.
of my favorite
Yep.
one of my favorite TV shows, hands down,
The dinosaurs.
of all time.
Yeah, dinosaurs. They were good.
Dinosaurs.
That was good.
I like loaded potatoes and jalapeno poppers for TGIF.
What are you? Oh,
The restaurant.
wow, that was like
That restaurant is like
of all
closed down
dad
now.
I was trying to get it in for the last 2 minutes. You
That
guys
was
were talking
that
over
really
me.
was
I
the
don't know.
dad joke of all dad jokes.
No?
I'm s-
I don't know. Well, we sold the contents of TGIFs. That was before
They barely exist
that was a long
anymore.
time. Yeah, so there was a time. God, we're talking 25 years ago. We were contracted to sell the contents of TGI Fridays around because they were changing the decor from that older tavern look with the stained glass. I must have sold 300 stained glass chandeliers from that place, and we got all the nice tin signs and stuff. But the problem was every tin sign had holes drilled in it because they would drill everything to the wall so you couldn't steal it.
Right.
So when we went to sell it, we was like everything had a hole in it. Everything was drilled. But it still did pretty good. And I had to contract with them for there was about 8 or 9 stores we liquidated here in Jersey.
That's
goes
pretty
like
cool.
a long
They're
time ago.
liquidating more now.
Well, they just shuttered Old Bridge and Hazlitt.
Woodbridge too.
Yeah, Woodbridge too. That's what I'm saying. Like those have been around forever. And like that's where I used to go, like after my shift, like go to Fridays, get an app, get a beer, like and shut down. Like it's so crazy though.
Right. But yeah, no, I think the pop sale is going to be good. We actually went lighter on our lots, so we were hoping that some collectors would actually get involved, so you don't feel like, hey, I got to buy. Usually, we try to keep lots that are bringing at least $100 or above, or at least sometimes 150, 200, sometimes less. But we tried to tailor so that some collectors will actually maybe pop in there, and get spend a little extra, because we're selling 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time.
The largest lot was 7.
That was the largest lot.
Yeah.
and that was just because I'm like doing it. I'm like, I just can't justify breaking this up. I can't justify it.
Right. Well, I think it's going to be interesting. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to be auctioneering or just let it fly by itself. I don't. You know what? I don't want to auction that sale. I'm afraid I'll buy it all because every time I walk by them, I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is neat. You know what?
Really
I could put a shelf
ones.
up around the building and put them all on there. It would be kind of cool,
Oh dear God!
But I don't want to get into those because then I don't want to sell.
Hoarder.
I have a hoard of them at home, and
Right.
it just keeps building and building and building.
They're all cool.
and
They bring
building.
you they're like nostalgic
First,
to your
I collected
childhood.
only Disney ones. Then it was Game of Thrones. Then it was Breaking Bad. And then it was Walking Dead. And then it was Willy Wonka. And then it was just really cool ass movies. And now it's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, come on, Erica.
Ava wants to see the catalog. She's just like, I want to look at it because I want you to bid on stuff for me.
Right. Well, that's good though. You'll get her into collecting. This could be a good thing. Start them young, man. Start them young. All my kids are addictions. Believe me, they all got addictions. Not like that. They have addictions to merch,
and they're hoarders.
They're hoarders.
It was already a hoarder. Art supplies.
I guess my kids are hoarders. Our kids are hoarders. Joey's a hoarder. He'll be in shortly. We could discuss his hoarding problem when he comes in.
Train hoarding.
He's on the next episode.
And
We can
Legos.
discuss that.
Oh, Joey's a Lego
She just
hoarder.
said, she was like, I want Legos for my birthday. I want to start collecting them.
oh dear
Right.
God, they're expensive.
I know they are.
You saw what they sold for.
Yes, I did at the Star Wars sale.
Absolutely. We can come right back. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, Joe Bodnar here, reminding you our next regular scheduled auction is a 2-day sale, Wednesday, March 12th and Thursday, March 13th, featuring Pops. Don't miss out on those Pops. You know you want them. And on March 13th, a historical sale that we're talking about today. So make sure you check it out, www.bodnarsauction.com. And if you have any merchandise that you're looking to sell or to find out what it's worth, give us a call or drop us an email. Once again, Joe Bodnar at bodnarsauction.com. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day, and back to the show. Hey, welcome back to the show, Bodnar's Bids and Banter. We were just talking about Star Wars leading into Legos and Star Wars.
Yes.
Well, so that was the shock of the sale, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So we just had our Star Wars sale a week ago. It was not March. It was, what was it? January.
January.
These months are going so quick. I know Christmas is still going on. Who the hell knows? But at any rate, Legos. They shocked the shit out of me. I mean, I know they're worth money, but man, these guys pounded the shit out of each other, right?
Yeah.
For Legos, yeah.
It was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go to a Lego store and go buy them. They're $800, $900 for a box of those Legos.
Yeah.
But those things are giant.
I know. And like, forget about it. When they retire and like you can't find them anymore, then they just go up even
Then the price
greater.
just
Like
skyrockets.
it's like that's their base now. Like for some of these bigger sets, like they used to be $400. You know, for the nice one now, it's like $899. They have no shame throwing a $900 sticker in the Lego store.
Yep.
I mean, if you go to bodnarsauction.com, click on past auctions, and you can see this stuff. I mean, listen, the Lego Star Wars Death Star, $8.25. Now, this is before buyer's premium stuff. The other Death Star, $775. Star Wars Ultimate Collection Millennium Falcon, $7.25.
The Naboo did really good.
Yeah, the Imperial Destroyer, $850 for the Lego. These were all
The little Naboo, the one that shouldn't have, like that was
yeah. So the Naboo Starfighter, $1,200
that's
for
a really
a
rare
Lego
one.
Naboo. I
It's
mean,
a
that
really
was
rare
crazy. And I know the guy that was bidding. So he came and picked that one up. That guy, he came and picked up, and I said, "So you gonna open it?" He said, "Damn right I am."
Well, that's my
I was
question.
like, "Wow, man,
I was going to ask
he's gonna put it together."
Like,
No.
do they leave it
Yeah.
in the box, or do you put it together and display
Well, here's the
it?
problem. So, my personal opinion, you're going to build it and you're going to take it out of the box. We're not going to get prices like that. You're not
of
going to get the
course
prices out of it, because anytime we've sold stuff that are open and especially without the instructions or anything like that,
These were sealed.
these were factory sealed.
were sealed.
But still, I it's crazy because it brings $1,200 because it's sealed, but you can't find it anyplace else. Now it's open. It's probably only worth about half that, to be quite honest with you. You know, but I get it. The whole point of having a Lego is
Just put it
getting it
together.
and building it.
Yeah.
So it's a real catch-22.
Joey opens all of his.
He does open all of his. He does
Then
keep the
if
boxes
you
and
just
stuff.
want to
but-
display the box, but then you don't want to, like, that's the whole.
You know what's
point.
crazy though? These Legos, they were like 4,000 pieces, 3,000
there
pieces.
was
They
like
were huge. They were the
4,800.
size of this coffee table. I mean, that's how big that Death Star is.
Yeah,
you know? I mean,
huge.
unreal. No, but that stuff. I mean, I knew it was good, but it was good vibe bidding war going on that stuff. I thought
And
it was
there were
tremendous.
a lot of different bidders this time.
Yeah.
Like
And-
there was a
and-
lot.
And those numbers, you tack on our buyer's premium, you know, on our 18%, the other place is 4% on live auctioneers. I mean, you're talking now they're into
Over
it for
$1,000.
yeah, man. They're at $1,000, you're in for another 200, 250. So it's really 1,250. 1,250 turns into 1,500. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Right? You know what I was happy with though? I thought the vintage stuff really did
Oh,
good.
it did good.
Oh man, vintage
really
Star
good.
Wars smoked them, man. That you know, it was. I think the only buy there that I would say, and it did good. You know, don't get me wrong. Come in, people are coming in for the next episode. Come on in to the back. We'll be with you in one moment. At any rate, we're talking about Boba Fett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, Boba Fett.
He
Boba
still
Fett,
brought $5,000.
He brought $5,000 and he
Plus premium.
$5,000 plus the 25% buyer's premium. So now you're talking $6,500. All right. He brings. Now this was graded. Now, if you go online, you go into like a non-auction setting, into like someone that's asking, they're asking $11,000, $12,000. We saw some other eBay prices for about that. Who knows how much that's
little
real? So
guy.
I think out of all honesty, I think it was a fair price, but I think you could make money with it because this kind of Boba Fett was, he was
He was the Palatoy.
but he was graded.
Yeah, he was graded.
He was graded and encapsulated and everything else. Now, do I believe in? I don't know if that. See, I think on the toy analogy, we see it with comics. Comics are always graded and and baseball cards
Toys
and stuff.
Are becoming very
Toys is this is like the new thing in the last couple of years, probably the last 5 years, I guess. But yeah, VHS is another thing. But they're taking them and they're grading them. Now, is this an inflated market? Is this a for real market? I don't know. This is a tough call because
time will tell.
Time will tell. I think at $5,000, I almost kicked myself. I didn't bid on it because I think if it's going to go up in price, it can only go up in price. I don't see it going down. I think 5,000 was kind of fair for it, but who the hell knows, man? That's a big shot to take on an action figure to say throw it in the safe and see what happens 5 years from now.
Open the package and play with it.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. we should call the guy who bought it. Now, are you going to open it?
That dude, you just leave right there.
I played with Boba Fett when I was a kid. I had it, and he was shh.
Yeah.
I was really mad though. He really upset me with freezing Han Solo. It was very upsetting. It was a very upsetting situation. I was very sad. I wanted to kill him. But then in the new app and in the new thing, you got to fall in love with Boba Fett and Jango Fett and all those guys. The villains have turned into great people in the new Disney TV shows. At least. But if you look at that was the one that brought really good money. Darth Vader brought $750.
What did the giant Yoda bring again?
He did very
Yoda
well.
was fun.
Life-size Yoda.
Yeah, he was like, I was going to say
1,400.
1,400 plus buyers per year. And the guy who didn't get it, right? He was
like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, he was so mad. He was so mad
because you could type in
type in messages, on the platform, and he typed in, I'm out. I said, are you sure?
I'm good.
He was good. He said, I'm done. But listen. We had that same one this past year. It only brought like $950, $975.
Yeah, no,
so you had another one
already? They got before? That's the beauty of an auction, ladies and gentlemen. There was a real bidding war with that. And they got into
That's how auctions go. It could bring X one day and Y 2 months later.
It really can.
Just all depends on who's watching.
And they're bringing that up because Star Wars was so great. And in the back end of that Star Wars sale, we had a T-shirt collection. And speaking of how you never know what it could sell for at any single auction. So this T-shirt collection, it was all like comic related.
It's all comics. Yeah, they were.
Spawn.
Yeah, there's some DC, some Marvel, some Independent, some really cool.
Mostly from the 80s and 90s.
And they were like the cool brands, the rare, hard to find like tags, not remakes. Now they remake this stuff. You could buy it for $10 and they're printing them on. These are the OGs. Like they are the originals. They were, only sold a limited amount of time.
And they were really like new. This guy, he would buy it. Yeah, he bought it and just put it in a bag and put it in a storage unit. Really is what he did. So speaking to what you said, we had his collection about 7 months ago.
Yeah.
We had 3 or 4 people bidding on it and they all defunct. None of them paid their fucking bill. I mean, it was just crazy. It was like, it was one guy spent like $5,000 and he didn't pay. Another guy spent $2,000. He didn't pay this one $2,000. It was like $8,000 in unpaid bills on T-shirts, which tells me people who bid on T-shirts don't have money. They're wishful thinking, I guess. But
I guess.
I don't know. And now we took those same shirts. We had to relist them, go through the whole process again of photographing them, cataloging them, put them up online, takes up space. Because we're talking about 30 lots at least. It was 35 lots. It was a lot of lots. So 10% of the sale didn't get paid for. So it goes back up. And this time around, it only brought $4,600. So it was like almost like a $3,000 loss to the consignor. And, I really like to stress this out there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're bidding at an auction, it's not like eBay or if you're bidding at a sale,
if you're committing to buy something,
pay for it.
Don't bid. I don't understand the point. Is it a thrill? Okay, you get the thrill of bidding. Now you're just a jack off.
Exactly.
Like you're not welcome to bid at the sale again.
Right.
And believe it or not, I ban people from the sales and you would think, oh, they don't care. No, they try to come back.
Really?
They do try to come back.
They do try to come back. And then you're like, you never paid your... I had a guy contact us wanting us to sell his comics. And I looked at the name and I'm like, ooh, Why is this so familiar? I'm going through the Rolodex and I typed his name into the email and so I emailed him back and said, how about you start with paying the bill that you owe me?
And I remember that. And he was a local guy.
And he said, oh, I don't want to consign my stuff to you anyway. Okay, loser. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and that's true. That just happened. That just happened.
Loser.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Very frustrating.
It's frustrating for all of us.
You know,
the consignor.
Yes.
For you. For us having to redo the things and move it around 100 times.
Right. And now I have to go to the consignor and say,
now the shirts that were beautiful are now wrinkly.
Right.
Well, that's
you
true.
know what
They
I'm
did get
saying?
wrinkled.
Like
Yep.
everything just takes so much
trickles
time.
down.
But you know what it is? It's not. First off, if you're bidding at an auction, I don't think people realize how legal it is. It is
It's a binding
legal
contract.
binding
Binding
contract.
contract.
You are actually entering into a contract that, by law, you have to fulfill, and by law, we could take you to court, and you could be liable for the difference of the sale. And that is the God. If you
That
really
is
wanted to
the law.
press
Yeah.
the law,
Right.
that is the God honest truth. I mean, out of all honesty, the consigner who consigned it to us says, "Hey, listen, there's $3,600 here of a difference. What can I do?" Well, theoretically, he could take those buyers to court. Now, granted, one's in I think in Arizona or something, like one of the buyers.
the other one was international.
Yeah, the other one was international. Is it worth it? I don't know. But if they were local, damn right I would. I mean, 'cause that's a lot of money. You could take them to small claims, and they will lose, and the consignor would win because there is absolute precedence in courts that that's the case. I mean,
It happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
We do our best to weed out the people, unfortunately people email all the time like, hey, I'm still pending approval. Yeah, you will be, because we can see on the platforms how many times you haven't paid your bill.
yeah, absolutely.
On certain platforms, auctioneers can leave notes for other auctioneers.
That's true too.
Like if someone has only even, let's just say you have one unpaid invoice and things happen, but I click on there and they're like, this person was so rude and da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not bidding at my sale. And that's my prerogative to do so.
The next guest has arrived. Please go to the waiting room.
Just put music for him.
Yeah, we please
But
go
it's-
to the waiting
no,
room.
it's-
I guess I gotta have to get baskets for people when they come in, a little baggie with some pens and gavels and stuff. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Swag.
Yeah, a little swag, exactly.
But it is rough. You do your best before the sale to weed out these people, and they still come. I mean, right now, I was just telling Erica today, I finally counted the number, 17 unpaid invoices from this past sale. And every single night I'm up there at 11 o'clock at night working on it. I have it down to 9. So we have 9 true unpaid invoices right now. One of them responded and said, can I pay you at the end of the month?
Why are you bidding?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand.
Is this a freaking layaway plan?
Right, this is not-
I
Kmart.
actually had the
I know,
guy who bid
I
on
remember.
on the t-shirts last time
They
wanted to
wanted
do a
layaway?
layaway plan, and I said,
Yeah, no, we
absolutely
had it.
not.
Yeah, actually, the one who wanted both the t-shirts wanted 8 months. He wanted 8 months. He wanted a
wanted
1 year
almost
payment
a
plan.
1 year
Yeah,
payment plan.
1 year payment.
Honest, real question.
Right.
Let's say somebody did place a bid, and then literally in the circumstances of life, because things do happen.
Right.
Yeah.
It does.
What's the process to go through that? So, like, if I did place a bid, but then something happens and I can't do it, do I immediately reach out to you guys? Like, what's the process to not be an asshole?
So just
At
don't
that
bid,
point,
man. You're an
already
asshole.
an asshole.
Yeah, sorry.
The reality is
You hit that button, done.
You hit the button, you're an asshole. That's it. That's what happens. You
the
know?
reality is things have
Things
happened.
do happen, but you know what?
Things have happened.
You know how many
We have had-
excuses we've heard, though.
I have heard.
Oh
I've
my
heard it all.
God! You know how many people are in the hospital right now that bid at the auction?
Oh, there's millions.
You know
of
how
people in the hospital.
you know how many you know
the
how many.
hospital.
Listen, there was a guy who
The
said
senior citizen.
the senior
home.
citizen.
That
He's
was
on his.
so good.
Listen, I swear to God, he said,
I'm
"I'm
in
on
the
my
senior
deathbed
home.
and I can't pay my bill.
I'm in a home.
I'm in a home and I can't pay my bill." I know, at least you're
Like, the
honest
thing
about
was,
it.
like,
I don't know.
So many thousands of dollars.
It
That was
was
huge.
Yeah, that was
was.
another big bill.
No, I
you
mean,
know?
listen, things happen. And for me, because I'm the one you're going to deal with at the end of the day, you're going to get more with honey than with vinegar from me.
Right.
Sure, you are not coming back to bid at my sale again. I'm sorry. You're not. There's a burn me once and there is no shame on me part of that equation. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is.
Right.
Just don't bid. I don't understand. I mean,
if you come at me hard, oh honey, I'm going to make it so you can't bid with anybody else ever again either on this platform.
but it screws up everything. So now I have to answer to consignor. Now I have to, they were relying on this money.
Well, and-
not even that. Usually lately it's been in the $10,000 range of unpaids. And when you have $10,000 of unpaids, that's $3,500 of profit for us, and that's really our profit. We've been like,
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's been like almost we didn't make a profit this month because some stupid guy didn't pay his bill.
Right. That's
because that's how tight the auctions are.
And then we've said it to people for years. Try that again. Anybody who's bid at our auction who knows us knows we're an unreserved auction.
Yes.
I do not believe in being one of those auctions where, no offense to Heritage and Christie's and all these other toy ones, whoever you are, that do all these reserved sales and it's show and tell.
Even eBay. Look at all the reserved sales on eBay. You don't know what's for real.
There's no
out
reserves. And people have asked us for years, well, why can't I leave a reserve? Because you got one chance to sell it fresh to the market.
Yep.
So
that's it.
What exactly is a reserve?
So I will not accept under X amount. So say, I'm going to consign this ring to you, but I want 2,000 out of it.
Right.
Well, then list it and sell it yourself.
Reserve is basically just like, I want you to sell it for a minimum of X.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Or I get it back.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
like here, you run it through your sale. If it does not meet my mark, then I take it back.
I get to take it back.
Right.
Yeah.
And my feeling is I am not going to waste precious time, energy, resources, and space in our sale.
Yeah.
On something that potentially might not sell. And we've been saying this for years. You get one shot to bring it fresh to market. Right. If I have to bring it a second time, it's now tainted merchandise.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what happened to the shirt.
That is what happened to the shirt.
You got to put
look at all the art we're researching.
Yeah.
Pass. Like it's the same people relisting for 4 years.
Yeah.
You got one shot.
You're right. So really, out of all honesty, I still get a lot of people who want to put a reserve on something. And I always say, if I'm doing my job properly, I'm properly promoting it, we're properly putting it out there, putting it on the different platforms that we're on, it's going to bring fair market value in today's marketplace. Right. And, that might be what your expectation is, but this is what it's worth on that given day. And it's the God honest truth, man. That is what it is.
If someone comes at me with the word reserve, we have to decide, is it worth, are their expectations reasonable enough where I think I can obtain what they're looking for without having a reserve on that item? Because it's going in without a reserve, it's going to fly.
Fair market value is completely different than some people's expectations.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Oh my God.
100%.
That's my life. My life is
100%.
disappointing shit. I'm disappointing people every day, right? That's all I did was give people disappointments.
What he means by that is when they email us.
Yeah.
And because when someone wants to sell something, the process is it starts with photos.
Yes.
You have to be able to email me photos. Why can't you come out?
Yeah.
Because you and 750 other people this month alone want me to come out.
Right. Yeah.
There's not enough time for that. So you start with photos. I'm going to tell you and I tell the people, we are going to give you an auction estimate.
Yeah, you were just saying this morning.
Yeah, because you need to know what you're getting into before you drop off your items.
And sometimes we give an estimate, sometimes we don't. But most of the time, we try to give an estimate.
99% of the time.
I stay away from it anymore, but go ahead.
99% of the time, I need to be able to find it either sold with us or sold with another reputable auction house.
Right.
Correct.
And I'm using that auction result as my estimate for you.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm not going off of gallery prices, retail prices, this, that, and the other. I'm not the roadshow here with your insurance prices and all the. No.
But even the average person can't figure that out because you don't even know what auction listings are for real or what really sold and what didn't.
Right.
So
well, that's why I say reputable.
Yeah,
and I don't mean that I think some of these top auction houses are reputable.
Right.
I don't believe them.
Right.
I'm talking about, can I find it on Live Auctioneers? Can I find it on these platforms, that platform, this, that, whatever. And a lot of times in that process, people are like, what do you mean? but I saw it listed for. Yeah, I could go outside and pick up a piece of dog poop and list it on eBay for $1 million because there's no
precedent.
Well, and there's no regulation on it.
Right.
They can do whatever they want.
Right. No, reserves are tough. You know, when
I don't do reserves.
it's so difficult. And listen, I would take a reserve sometimes here and there, but it becomes a problem. It never gets to the reserve. It's always
just
an
wasting
issue.
time.
It's wasting time.
wasting
People who
your
want to put a
time.
reserve, they don't want to pay a fee. That's how they are. They don't want to pay a fee. They're like,
I'm not having my
I'm-
time and like I said, precious space.
Yeah.
On our catalog.
Space too. That's
Because
no.
we only have X amount of items to sell. But even when we were in an in-person auction, everybody knew us. We were an unreserved auction.
But
If you
even-
have a reserve, I don't want it.
Even when we had the cars and we would advertise a reserve, I would only take a car if I thought it was going to be close.
If their expectations were reasonable.
Yeah, so in other words, if I thought it was going to bring 10 grand and they were like, listen, I'd like to, you know, if I said it was, I thought it was going to bring 8 to 12, I would say put a $5,000 reserve on it, you know, on a big piece like that.
Right.
And I would work that. And then I would work something to the effect like, we'll split over the reserve. So if you want to have a reserve, this is the minimum 5,000. Anything over that, we're splitting 50-50. You know, a lot of times people would back off that too. Or I would say, don't have a reserve and I'll just take 10% or something like that when it came to big ticket items like that.
Right.
But reserves are a pain in the neck. They're
really
just a
are.
problem.
They really are. I don't deal with them. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth their time. It's not, especially when their expectations aren't.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that at all. But yeah, the historical sale got done this week too, right?
Thank the
Today.
Lord.
It got done today.
Oh, there was a light at the end of that tunnel.
I know, and I know we're talking about it right now that we got done with it today, but it's up online right now if you're watching this, and the sale is next week. But man, 4-month project.
I never want to see another Spanish coin as long as I live.
Spanish coin. But I thought we were going to take a trip to the Caribbean and go diving for coins.
Yeah.
Why? It could
That I'll do, and I'll give them to somebody else to research them and sell them.
be gold coins.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Spanish cobs.
Guys, I'm going to be running the snorkeling business soon in
Yeah,
Costa Rica.
exactly.
So don't
Let's
worry.
do
We will
this.
go and find coins.
Let's do it.
I agree.
I will gladly go dive for the coins. I don't ever want to research them ever again. No, we have it's a decent sale. It's a decent historical sale. You know, I always compare them to Bill Kazar's sale, and nothing ever compares to Bill Kazar's sale. So, but no, it's good. It's good. There's Civil War letters. There's
a lot of books that made me itchy.
a lot of books. A lot of books.
Well, they're not
Itchy
e-books.
means old. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
He's old. I got an allergic reaction. I had to wear a mask when I was photographing them.
Yeah, well, you know, but that happens. There was a documentary.
Don't worry, we're not sending out any anthrax
because
books to you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that's how old books. Listen, there was a documentary years ago about a person who collected Lincoln books and how they died prematurely because their entire house was surrounded, and because of what it puts off, the amount of whatever it
The
ends
books
up
are
in the air.
decomposing, right?
And from the years and years of breathing into their lungs. So yeah, no books deteriorate except for older books when it was made out of the rag paper and all of that. And they were meant to last, those ones.
Alan says that it's the mites.
The mites.
Don't listen
mites.
to him.
Mites?
There's no
Mites.
mites in the books.
Mites. He's like the mites.
Alan is a
You breathe it in the lungs.
I don't know
Oh,
about
heaven's
that.
sake.
And
I
it's
don't
in
know
your
about
lungs.
that.
I was like,
I don't know about all
scare
that.
me, Alan.
No,
but there's-
maybe
there-
his books have mites, but
I
our
don't
books
know. I don't know.
There's a lot of books, and then there's
Alan the Mite.
a lot of these. There's some trench
I
art.
could picture him as a mite. I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's some World War II trench art.
Right. He's going to listen to this, you know.
yeah,
You're
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Is he
Mr.
going to?
Bodnar, he's going to get real mad at me. But no.
gonna?
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Trench art, yes.
You good?
Yes, I'm wonderful. I am absolutely good. Trench art.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of neat, and then there's Spanish
What is trench
cobs.
art? Well, first of
Google
all-
it, Joe. Google it. Google it, Joe.
Yeah, we had that conversation
Google it.
this afternoon. I forgot. Google it.
Google it.
Yeah, but that was for something else. That was for Bank of America.
Because you were doubting me.
I was not doubting you.
You were doubting me. Never doubt me.
I never doubt you.
Who's
I might
always
doubt
right?
the second, but it only lasts a
Who's
second. And
always
then I'm
right?
like, whoa. You're always right. I said that. Yeah, always right. 99.96% of the time, and I'm a 0.2.3.
It's true. And you know why though? Because if I don't know the answer, I shut the hell up.
Oh, not me.
I shut up if
too.
I don't know the answer.
What? I'm sorry. I was just getting my water. Oh, I dropped my phone. Thank you.
No, but I was going through Spanish cobs for days.
So trench art
days.
So trench art is actually, they take like old shells and old bullets.
Yeah.
Is that
and
what
make
those
like
things
crosses
were?
out of
Yeah,
it.
those were like
what you were photographing. That's
like
called trench art.
An
I didn't know what it was. It was
M19.
just like, all right. This is
Yeah, it's like an
M.
M19,
I saw
shell,
like
artillery
the
shell.
penny, like coins.
Yeah, and they took
welded
British
to it,
pennies. They turned it into an ashtray.
Yep.
And they engraved it.
Look like
Yeah.
It's called trench art.
It's a trench art called a bomb.
Okay.
You know, it's
It's hollow.
You
There's
smoke,
nothing in it.
You're smoking it in, and you put the ashes in, and it goes poof.
We've already discussed the bombs.
I know
that
we
had
discussed
at
the bomb, but
building.
you can.
No,
use
they're
a trench
hollowed
art.
out. There's
They are
nothing
hollowed
left in them.
Right, so that's trench art.
Yeah, trench art.
And then we have, like you said, the coins. There's some gold coins too.
Yeah,
right?
there's
US
some nice
gold coins?
early U.S. gold coins.
Right. Yeah.
Some nice paper currency. Some nice notes.
And then we have our arch enemy, the English,
British.
the English, the British.
What about them?
Well, we're selling a whole bunch of commemorative Queen stuff, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ever forgot all about? See,
I forgot all
This
that.
is a
All of
4-month
those.
project. Remember, this is 2.5 months ago.
Good grief.
I'm just teasing you.
Yes. No, we have a nice big collection of early
Teacups,
royalty
and saucers,
commemoratives.
and
Queen
all
Caroline
of those things.
and
We don't.
Freddie Mercury?
No, not Freddie Mercury.
Freddie
No, we're talking
Mercury.
about the ones we kicked their ass.
Yeah.
Now we're America.
Yeah. A lot of interesting,
What
for
king?
me.
What king was a part of when we were fighting them in the Revolutionary War?
George.
King George. Yes. Do we have any King George commemoratives?
Now we don't.
No, but you know.
I think there's a document signed by that particular King George.
Ah, there you go. We have a document signed by King
multiples.
George. There you
There's
go.
Multiples. Yeah, no, some good historical documents.
Right.
Spanish cobs, pieces of eight reals, whatever the heck you want to call
And
them.
then
Y'all
we-
can't even decide what to call them.
And then we end with photography. Yeah. Because you just put in all these
Yeah.
photographs.
Just
Movie
put in all the
photographs.
They're all by
photographs.
Gustav Perez, right?
Yeah, Paris.
Gustav Paris. Very famous photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been selling his stuff for, I want to say 5 years now, I
At
think,
least, yeah. It's been
I
a
know-
long time.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
been a
Ralphie
while.
will be very happy. You know, he always likes to buy them. But at any rate, we have
A
all
lot
that
of
coming up.
negatives.
There is a lot of negatives this time, right?
A lot of negatives.
Yeah. And it's all like negatives of celebrities.
Yeah.
Celebrities from like the 50s and
Yeah, that's
60s
cool.
or
Yes,
40s and
it's-
50s. Really.
There's some like newer too. Like it's like a mix. Like
Right.
yeah, it's cool.
Yep.
So
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting mix of stuff. It ranges
Huge mix.
Yeah, it ranges from late 1700s all the way up to there's an inaugural Barack Obama.
Oh yeah,
plaque.
the pins,
There is a plaque
yeah.
for his
Presidential
election,
inauguration.
inaugural ball.
Yeah.
You know, that's where
dirty napkins
He
from
had-
the inaugural
Exactly.
ball.
Drink stirs.
Drink stirs. Yes.
he
Yes.
had a bigger crowd than Trump. Just remember that. I don't care what Trump says. I don't want to bring politics
Don't
into
bring
it,
politics
but it's
into
true.
it.
Obama. I liked Obama. He was okay.
Me too.
But at any rate, we do have Obama. I think there's other presidential stuff.
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, a
Nixon
lot.
and oh my God,
There was Bush.
Bush.
There was Nixon.
Which Bush? The good Bush or the old Bush?
I don't know.
Is it new Bush? Trim Bush.
shaved bush.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what kind of bush is there. That kind of bush is there. Anyway, yes. Oh, that's okay. I'm warming him up.
I'm your son.
Bush Senior.
Bush Senior.
HW.
HW.
There you go.
Oh, and Reagan. There was Reagan
Reagan.
stuff.
But you got to give Bush
Carter.
Jr. credit for getting on an
Carter.
F-16 after 9/11 and flying in onto the aircraft carrier. That was pretty cool, actually. You know, when that all happened. But no, this sale looks good. This is coming up on March 13th, right?
13th.
Yeah.
Lucky
Yes.
13.
Yeah.
Pops are 12.
Okay, so I want to tell my behind the auction story.
Oh,
fun portion of the day. Speaking of flogging, and I'm very sorry to the man behind the computer for this story.
I forgot about the flogging.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's a flogging story.
Erica knows the flogging story.
This is a good story.
I'm not going to give any background because
Don't give any background
because I don't want the people, if they listen, to know who they are.
No,
They
but
know who they are.
He knows who he is. Yes.
But his wife doesn't know.
Yeah,
who
his
he
wife
is.
probably doesn't know. But go ahead. Let's give this story.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know this story.
You know this story?
So
Of
I'm
course
on a
I know
pickup.
this story.
Yes.
And the person that we were picking up for was showing me things on their phone, and I'm not even going to say what they were showing me. It was normal
Antique stuff like
normal
look at this.
stuff.
Yes.
And he's scrolling past the photos, and all of a sudden he stops on a video, and there is naked men. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like a video of a video. It was him
It was him
with another man
with another man.
flogging each other.
Long-time customer.
Very long time customer.
Long-time customer. Married. Very happily married. Comes to the auction.
Flogging each other.
Yes.
And I was just, now mind you, I'm like, what? And he did not scroll past that video fast enough.
No.
Like he let it ride for a minute.
He wanted it to ride.
He was flaccid old man junk hanging everywhere.
And we're not talking about a young man here.
He
We're
was
talking.
not a young man.
He's like in his 70s.
And so I know I'm with Joe and Jeff, so I know not to say a damn word.
Yes, we never
right?
found out about it
I
until
didn't
later.
say a dang word.
If we would have found out while we were there, it would have been a lot of fun.
Flashing his own eyes out. He didn't even see it. So I don't say a damn word, right? We get lunch. And Joe's like, oh, do you want to sit inside to eat? I'm like, no, I want to sit outside. I want to be outside. Let's just go sit in the trailer. I don't care. He comes out. And he's talking with Jeffrey, of all people.
Oh, no.
And somehow they got on the conversation of home, bases and women and dating and
Yes,
all,
yes.
first base, second base. So they're talking. And I'm staying out of this conversation. I'm keeping my head down. And Jeff's like, I thought first base was when, you went all the way with her. Like and we're like, what are you stupid? What's Jeff? Come on. And we're like, no, that's home base, you moron. And he was like, oh. And the guy goes, I thought it was first base, you kissed her, second base, you whatever, third base, you whipped her, and I was like, God help me, you can ask Joe.
Yeah.
I had just taken a bite of my sandwich, and it went, I spit it across the trailer.
And we didn't know what was happening.
And they're
we
like,
were
what is her deal?
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you today? So then we're going to leave, and I'm like, yes, thank God, this is so awkward, right? Because it didn't just go on for a minute or two. I mean, there was butts and... when you get the backwards version of the... You know what I'm talking about? You see all this stuff hanging? Anyway... So we get in the truck, and then he's like, "Oh, would you mind driving me home?"
Yeah,
Because Joe finally looked at me, and he's like, "What is with you?" And I was like, "I will tell you later."
Exactly.
And he's like, "No, tell me now." I was like, "I will not."
Yep.
So we get in the truck and we drive the guy home, and
dear.
and he's walking in the house, and Joe's like, "So tell me." I was like, "No, he's still in my vision. I can't." To wait for the guy to go in the house, I relay the whole story. They are hysterically laughing. Jeff finds like a piece of like rope that we used to tie something down the back and starts hitting me with it.
Yep.
And I was like, I had to call Janet. I had to call my Janet. I was like, Janet, be my HR. They are mocking my pain.
The best. She comes in like a bat out of hell to work, opens the door.
She
She
goes,
goes, Erica, you outside now.
And I'm like, she's like, what did I do?
What happened?
What did I
I've just
do?
been typing all.
like, she told
goes,
me,
sit down. And she tells me this story, and I'm just like,
it is burned in my memory.
oh my God.
I mean, it was because it wasn't just like, it was like up against the wall and spread them. And you get to see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true story.
So there's my flogging story. There is a flogging story. If you have a story out there, please
Yes.
not about flogging. I don't want to hear it.
Yes, we would like to
Email us.
Yes.
Bodnars, bids, and banter at gmail.com.
All
But
right.
please, no more flogging. And maybe no cages with orangutans. You know.
There you go.
But there it is. I had to take, you said flogging, and I was like, I have a flogging story.
Well, there you have it.
This was not that long ago either.
No, it wasn't that long ago. That's
that long
it's
ago.
pretty fresh.
Before me, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was while you were here. No, it was.
Yeah, it was definitely before, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
1 hour has passed. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, Bodnars Bid and Banter. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, bodnarsauction.com. You can
YouTube.
definitely catch it there. YouTube.
All the places.
All the places where podcasts are. Follow us there. We appreciate you very much. You have a story, send it on in, and we will see you every 2 weeks talking about all the crazy banter and bids and everything else happening at bodnarsauction.com. Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching Bodnars Bid and Banter. Remember, we're here every other week with new episodes, new stories, and wonderful, wonderful times. Make sure you check us out, bodnarsauction.com, YouTube, Facebook, all the different platforms where you watch this podcast or listen to this podcast now. Now, once again, thanks and have a wonderful day.